The rain was hammering down so hard it felt like the sky itself was crying for me. I stood on the cracked concrete step outside the only home I'd ever known. My small suitcase already soaked through, water streaming off the handle like tears. I couldn't stop. My father's voice still echoed in my ears. If you want to waste your life on books and fancy degrees, then you're no daughter of mine. The door slammed shut behind me with a finality that made my chest cave in. I heard the lock click. Through the window, I saw my stepmother's silhouette, arms crossed, watching me like I was already a stranger. I was 22. All I had wanted was to study nursing. I had worked 2 part-time jobs, saved every penny, and finally gotten accepted into the community college program. But in their eyes, that was betrayal. The family shop needed me. A good girl was supposed to marry the neighbor's son and keep the register running, not chase dreams that cost money. I begged. I cried. It didn't matter. 1 suitcase, 1 phone with 7% battery, and a single text from my father that read, "Don't come back." The rain soaked me to the bone as I walked away. My sneakers squelched. My teeth chattered. I had nowhere to go. For 3 nights, I slept on a park bench, coat pulled over my head, stomach growling so loud it scared the pigeons. I rationed a granola bar and the last of my water. During the day, I wandered the library for warmth, scrolling free Wi-Fi on my dying phone, applying for any job that might let me sleep in the back room. Nothing. Then, on the 4th morning, numb and shivering, I saw the listing. Abandoned Victorian, $1. Must take as is. Back taxes paid. No viewings. Serious buyers only. The photo showed a house with peeling paint, vines crawling up the porch, windows dark like empty eyes. It was 2 hours outside the city, in the quiet hills where my grandmother used to live before she passed. Something in my chest twisted. I had only $187 left in the world. I wired the money before I could talk myself out of it. The seller accepted instantly. No questions. No contract, beyond a simple digital signature. I hitched a ride with a kind truck driver who dropped me at the end of the long gravel driveway as the sun was setting. The house rose out of the dusk, like a forgotten memory. My hands shook as I pushed the heavy front door open. It groaned like it had been waiting for me. Inside, the air smelled of damp wood, old paper, and something faintly sweet like lavender left too long in a drawer. Dust floated in the slanted light. The floorboards creaked under my weight. I dropped my suitcase and whispered, "I'm home, I guess." The first week was pure survival. I swept mouse droppings, scrubbed mold from the kitchen sink with a rag and vinegar I found under the counter, and patched a leaking roof with plastic sheeting and duct tape. At night, the wind howled through the cracked windows, and I lay on the bare mattress I dragged from the attic, wrapped in 2 thin blankets, listening to the house settle. Sometimes I heard soft scratching behind the walls. I told myself it was just squirrels, but the sound followed me from room to room, like fingers tapping out a secret code. One cold evening, while trying to fix a loose panel in the bedroom wall so the draft would stop, the wood gave way completely. A small wooden box tumbled out and landed at my feet. My heart jumped. Inside were dozens of yellowed envelopes, all addressed in the same elegant handwriting. "To my dearest Emma, when you are ready." They were from Grandma. She had died 5 years ago, or so my father told me. He never let me attend the funeral. Said it was too upsetting. Yet here were letters dated up until a month before she passed, and even a few after. How? I sat on the dusty floor, flashlight between my knees, and began to read. The first ones were full of love. She wrote about her own dreams of becoming a teacher, how her family had laughed at her. She told me stories of chasing fireflies in this very yard when she was a girl. She begged me to keep studying, to never let anyone dim my light. "The world needs gentle hands like yours, Emma. Don't let them turn you into someone small." Tears blurred the ink. I read until my eyes burned. Night after night I returned to the box, lighting a single candle because the power still flickered. The letters grew more urgent. Grandma wrote about my father, her only son, and how money had changed him. She mentioned my stepmother arriving, and suddenly my grandmother's monthly checks to me stopped. "I know they're hiding my letters," she wrote, "but I won't stop trying. Then came the thicker envelope at the bottom of the box. My hands trembled so badly I almost dropped it. Inside was a legal document, folded carefully, dated 3 weeks before Grandma died. It was her last will. The house, the one I now sat in, was never supposed to be sold. It had been left to me on my 22nd birthday, along with a trust fund of $48,000, specifically for nursing school. The condition was simple. I had to live in the house for at least 30 days. My stomach dropped. The $1 abandoned house listing. It had been posted by my father. He had forged papers claiming the house was worthless, paid the back taxes himself, and listed it anonymously so no one would connect it to our family. He wanted it gone before I turned 22. He wanted me broken, so I would crawl back and obey. I read the final letter through blurry eyes. Grandma's handwriting was shakier now. If you're reading this, my brave girl, then you found your way home. I'm so sorry I couldn't protect you from them. But this house has always been yours. Live here. Study. Become the woman I always knew you could be. And when you're ready, forgive them. Not for them. For you. For you. For them. For you. The next morning I called the number on the will. An old lawyer answered on the second ring, voice cracking with surprise. Emma? We've been waiting for you. Your grandmother made sure we'd know the moment someone took possession of the property. Within days, the truth unraveled like thread from a spool. The trust was released. My father's forgery was exposed. He never answered my call. My stepmother blocked me, but I didn't need them anymore. I used part of the money to finish patching the house. I painted the walls soft lavender, the color Grandma loved. I planted flowers where the vines used to choke the porch. The creaking floors became familiar lullabies. The scratching behind the walls, just the old pipes warming up, as if the house itself was breathing easier now. I enrolled in nursing school the following semester. Every morning I walked down the same hallway where I once cried over those letters, and I smile. The girl who stood in the rain with nothing is now the woman who owns her home, her future, and her story. Sometimes, late at night, I still sit on the bedroom floor and read one of Grandma's letters out loud. The wind answers gently through the trees, and I swear I can smell lavender again. If you're out there feeling lost, suitcase in the rain, heart shattered by the people who were supposed to love you, please know this. Sometimes the door that slams behind you is the very thing that leads you home. Your house is waiting. Your letters are waiting. All you have to do is keep walking, and when you finally arrive, you'll realize you were never truly alone. If you're out there feeling lost, suitcase in the rain, heart shattered by the people who were supposed to love you, please know this. Sometimes the door that slams behind you is the very thing that leads you home. Your house is waiting. Your letters are waiting. All you have to do is keep walking, and when you finally arrive, you'll realize you were never truly alone.